Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cameron Heyward to put Steelers on notice with OTA absence, report. According to ESPN's Brooke Pryor, Pittsburgh Steelers defensive lineman Cameron Heyward has never missed an off-season program. But he apparently will in 2024. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported on May 15 that Heyward has not attended voluntary off-season workouts this year and doesn't plan to attend OTAs as he desires to sign a new contract with the team. Heyward plans to play several more years and is healthy from last year's core muscle injury, a source told Fowler, wrote Pryor. Heyward's current deal expires at the end of the 2024 season. Drafted at number 31 overall in the first round of the 2011 NFL Draft, Heyward has played his entire career with the Steelers. He's made first-team All-Pro 3 times and second-team All-Pro once. Heyward is also a 5-time Pro Bowler. But he missed making the Pro Bowl last season for the first time since 2016. Heyward, though, dealt with a groin injury from the beginning of 2023 training camp and through the team's playoff appearance. Overall, Heyward posted 2 sacks with 33 combined tackles, including 6 tackles for loss in 11 games last season. Contract holdouts are never a good thing from a team perspective. But in this case, it could actually benefit the Steelers to give Heyward a new deal. Heyward is set to count as a $22.4 million cap hit this fall. That cap hit is ranked 6th highest among all NFL defensive linemen for the 2024 season. The Steelers could potentially lower that hit, creating more cap space with a Heyward extension. While Heyward turned 35 on May 6, an extension makes sense because Heyward has expressed a desire throughout this offseason to play beyond 2024 and even 2025. Heyward has gotten healthy. He underwent groin surgery on February 19. Staying healthy will be key for Heyward playing multiple more seasons in the league. And hopefully when healthy, the 35-year-old can return to his former Pro Bowl or All-Pro level. I fully expect when I do play, to be playing at a higher level than I played this past year, Heyward said on the Not Just Football podcast on January 18. I don't think I'm falling off a cliff yet. There's a lot more I can do and a lot more that I need to do in this game before I retire. I'm not ready to write the ending just yet. While a Heyward extension makes sense, if the Steelers were interested in one, they probably would have offered the veteran an extension already. The extra 2024 cap space the Steelers will clear with a Heyward extension won't be of much use now. Most of the top free agents have signed with new teams, especially potential starting wide receivers, which is Pittsburgh's biggest remaining need. The Steelers may also not be interested in an extension for a veteran coming off major surgery. Heyward is now on the wrong side of 35. It's going to get harder for him to stay completely healthy and return to full strength after injury. Heyward undoubtedly played hurt in 2023. But even at full strength this fall, he might not be a Pro Bowler again. The Steelers may decide to be prudent and wait to see how Heyward performs before giving him an extension. If that's the organization's decision, though, Heyward and the team could be headed for a messy summer holdout. Why strength of opponent isn't Steelers' biggest schedule challenge? This might land in the top 5 of the strangest headlines you read regarding the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule drop. But following the release of the 2024 slate, there's been much to do about the end-of-season gauntlet that lies ahead. Pittsburgh will face all 6 divisional opponents from weeks 11 through 18. If that weren't enough, the other 2 games are against the Philadelphia Eagles and defending 2-time Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. However, I'm not going to make much of it. I'm not a big believer in evaluating the strength of schedule outside of a week-to-week basis. There are so many incredibly fluid factors. Following the release of the 2023 schedule around this time, I'd imagine most of you were thinking the same thing as me. Little did we know that Cincinnati Bengals star QB Joe Burrow would be injured, the Seattle Seahawks would not meet expectations, and Baltimore Ravens QB and NFL MVP Lamar Jackson would be held out of the Week 18 contest. Pittsburgh went 3-0 in those games. So, who knows, right? Maybe Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes won't play due to Kansas City already having locked up the division and number 1 seed. While much will likely be altered because of injury. What can't be altered is the time to rest in between games. Former NFL star defensive end J.J. Watt gave an interesting look into a player's perspective following the schedule release. This encapsulates how I'd guess many of the players feel. They aren't thinking, crap, we have to play the Chiefs on Christmas. They are probably thinking the NFL really shafted us by only giving 4 days off in between the Baltimore and Kansas City games in weeks 16 and 17 respectively. Just a reminder, Christmas is on a Wednesday. And just a few weeks prior, the Steelers will face the Ravens in Week 11, and then travel to Cleveland for an AFC North clash against the Browns on Thursday night, another period of just 4 days of rest late in the season. This impact is felt by multiple teams, not just Pittsburgh. But with a group of aging veterans like QB Russell Wilson and DT Cameron Hayward, among others, these short breaks are incredibly difficult on their bodies in terms of recovery. Even the rookies will tell you they hate it. So, while most of us will sit here and analyze just how difficult the schedule is this week, keep in mind the biggest challenge that lies ahead may not be the opponents after all. FS1 expert believes that Dak Prescott and one head coach are a package deal in 2025. America's team has been at the center of the media throughout the offseason, mainly for all the wrong reasons. Now, they could be facing the realistic chance of rebuilding from scratch in 2025 without a franchise quarterback. Dak Prescott is entering his contract year of the deal he signed back in the 2021 season, which has given him all the leverage this offseason. In 2023, the 30-year-old achieved All-Pro status and produced his best season in a Cowboys jersey since his 2016 rookie year. Prescott is set to eat up $55 million on the cap next season, which only falls short of the Cleveland Browns' Deshaun Watson's as the biggest in the league. Furthermore, he cannot be franchise tagged or traded when we enter the 2025 offseason next year. Therefore, the 3-time Pro Bowler has all the motivation to test the free agency market and be given a paycheck the Cowboys are not prepared to write. In addition, Jared Goff's 4-season $53 million per year deal has set the minimum that Prescott should expect. Suggestions of shattering the quarterback market and receiving $60 million a year still hold merit. Dak Prescott's chapter in Dallas could be very uncertain, and there is a realistic chance he searches for his value elsewhere. FS1 expert Nick Wright has claimed that Dak Prescott and Bill Belichick are all set to be a package deal at the New York Giants in 2025. I think it is on the board that Dak Prescott and Bill Belichick are a package deal next season to the New York Giants, Wright claimed on The Herd by Colin Cowherd. I think Bill and Dak could go, and you could remake an entire organization, a year from now. Dak Prescott, the free agent, and Bill Belichick, and I think the New York Giants are a very viable option. Belichick failed to land a job in the offseason after mutually agreeing to leave the New England Patriots. The New York Giants are unconvinced by quarterback Daniel Jones and are discussing ideas of moving on from him. Additionally, their head coach Brian Daboll is under serious pressure heading into the 2024 season, and his position is anything but safe. The Giants could have the chance of stealing Prescott away from their NFC East rival as well as Belichick. The 72-year-old claimed that he would happily work for Jerry Jones' Dallas Cowboys but could be prized away elsewhere in the division. If Dak Prescott become a free agent, the Steelers have interest in him. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Dak Prescott? Leave your opinion in the comments.